Hey everyone, welcome to your Take a Peek at 2022 reading. We want to take a peek because do we really want all the surprises ruined? Because how fun would that be? I know, sometimes we wish maybe I would like to know everything that's going to happen, but I think we've tried that before and it was very boring, so we'll leave the exciting journey, going forward. And besides, we'll get messages and hints all along the way, so if you don't want to miss out on any of those videos that I put out throughout the weeks and the months of all next year, and you want to get notified immediately, if you haven't done so already, if you click the subscribe button down below, that'll just make a little notification bell pop up, and then you can select to be notified immediately, and that way you won't miss out on a thing, because 2022 is going to be an amazing year. The physical world is going to continue to disappoint us until we discover more and more of the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being we really are. And we'll find that when we're looking on the inside, right? And I just announced on New Year's Eve last night, this video is coming out on January 1st, but I did a little video announcing that I'm going to be having a weekly video for all of 22 called You times 2, and that are going to be basically messages about how we can do that, how we can discover that there are two of us inside of us, our human side, but then also, this character of the human, but we're more than that. We are this powerful supernatural being. And so all of those messages are going to be about just how we understand that, who we are, etc. So if you want to look into that, you can check out the video that I put out last night. I go into a little more detail, but stay tuned because it's coming and I'm super excited about it. But for this reading, let's go ahead and jump in and take a peek at your 2022. And you're going to have three choices. You have the star, the sparkler, or the fire rocket. And of course, you can choose as many of those as you want, whatever you're drawn to. I'll have timestamps in the description box below for all of them, but I'm going to jump into number 1 first. So if you want any of the others, just click on that timestamp and it'll jump you forward to that video. But I'm going to start with reading number 1, the blue star, right now. All right, all my Cancer signs, if you chose reading number 1, which is the star, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off your sneak peek by pulling a card here from the Enchanted Map Oracle. Let's see what the creator wants you to know overall for 2022. All right, so for our star Cancer signs, what would you like them to know? Okay, that one there. Any others? All right, I feel like this one too. And that one. Wow, you get 3. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, actually 4. Oh my goodness. So you've got Rescue, number 16. And you've got Follow the Leader, number 40. You've got Encouragement, number 54. And you've got Coming Apart, 46. So this is great. I kind of feel like these are 2 messages that are intertwined. This one is that, and I'm going to read the card number 16 on here, but this is this feeling of all this angst and all this, I keep on hearing like trouble that you felt that you've been having in your life for a while, that it's going away, and you have this leader, you have something that's coming that's going to lead you out of it, and to make sure to follow the lead when that rescue comes. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a official leader, at work or politics or, world leader or whatever it might be. This is like something is going to be leading you, and this is a general reading, so it'll be different for every one of you, but I really feel like, creator, spirit are going to be sending you ways to step out of it. And I apologize for the pause there, because they were reminding me of this story that I heard once where, and I'm sure you probably have heard it too because it's pretty popular, where a flood was coming. And so first of all, they put out a big announcement that a flood was coming to this area and to, evacuate. And they didn't, because it said, God's going to rescue me. And then the water started to rise, and people came by and knocked on their door and said, hey, you need to get out of here. It's going to flood. And they're like, I'm waiting for God to rescue me. And then someone came by in a boat because it had gotten several feet high. And they're like, we're waiting for God to rescue me. And then they ended up get on top of their roof because it was getting so high. It was up to the rooftop. And a helicopter came by, rescue helicopter, a rescue helicopter, or in this case, it's like this little rescue hot air balloon, comes, and it's like, no, we're waiting for God to rescue us. And then it ended up flooding, and then they ended up passing, and then they were standing before, God, and they were like, why didn't you rescue us? And he goes, well, I did. I sent you this message and this other person and this boat and this helicopter. Why didn't you accept any of them? And that's like, this is like, follow the lead, follow and accept what comes for you in whatever, though it may not match the form that you were wanting it to, still be aware of that. And then this one over here is like when you feel like your life is coming apart, accept the encouragement from above. And I love this little message here. So I'm going to read 16 and 54 real quick and just see what messages come from that. So this one is, you're always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, like I said, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can get or you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There's no need to fear. Safety is a place within. I love it. I mentioned troubled, right? Like you're in a troubled, like a lot of trouble, right? That has been in your life. So, and then encouragement says you are receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You'll get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You're on the right path. Keep going. So both of these are reiterating that message of that you are going to have all the support you need. Just ask too. The other side, our angels and the Creator and our loved ones and our spirit guides, all of those beings of unconditional love and light on the other side, they respect and honor our free will choice. And they won't meddle in our lives. They're already working on all the stuff, all the fated events we ask them to have happen for our experiences. But they won't meddle outside of that unless we ask of our own free will for them to meddle in our lives now. So we can ask for that help, and they won't meddle and bring it until we ask, because they don't, want to mess with our and respect our free will. I apologize. They just had this flash in my mind of a little kid trying to pour milk for the first time. And they want to learn and they want to do it themselves. And no, I don't want any help. I want to do it myself. And the angels, it was like your parents are around you going, okay, go ahead and you can try. But if you need any help, just ask. We won't interfere, but we will go get the mop and the paper towels and to clean up because we know what's about to happen. But if they're pouring it, they're like, oh, I need help, they'll immediately be there to help us if we ask for it, okay? I'm also going to pull some cards here from the True Heart Intuitive Tarot and just see what else the Creator wants all of you Cancer sign stars to know about your 2022, your little sneak peek. All right, what else? Okay, with that one, and specifically those two. And then what else? Okay, and these two. All right, so let's start with this one here, and you have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is very much about, it's called the nostalgia card, and cups are emotions, and this is about revisiting old emotions and transforming them through awareness. And that awareness comes when we are able to look back over our lives and the emotional experiences that we've had and come in from a different place, from this secure place, from this feeling safe place. When we're not in fight or flight, we're going to see the old situations more clearly. When we're in fight or flight, we're out of our minds. Everyone is out of their minds when when a human is in fight or flight, because literally the blood leaves our brain and moves into our muscles so that we can fight or run like heck to stay safe. Our brain isn't designed to stand there and think in a dangerous situation so that we get eaten by, a giant dinosaur. That's how it works. So when we're in fear, we're going into our fight or flight, we literally react and we don't make very emotionally mature decisions. We'll put it that way, right? And so when we are not in fight or flight, we can go back and look at old experiences and we can look at our perception of what happened. And if the other person's actions or our own were not of unconditional love, then we knew we were in fear of some way, and we were most likely acting out of our minds and acting out of reactionary emotional ways instead of stable emotional ways. And so we can look at it. One, we can forgive ourselves, when we look at that and go, oh, okay, I was acting a fool in my own mind, and now I know why. We also can look at the other people's actions and go, oh, wow, now that I'm looking at it from this different viewpoint, I can see that they were feeling unsafe in their life in some way, and they were trying to be in control some way in their life. And so they had these actions that they did, and it had nothing to do with me. It's like swimming out. I was just seeing this little water out here. It's like swimming out to rescue someone who's drowning, and they're flailing and they smack you upside your head, and you're like, I can't believe they hit me, or they drag you under the water with them, and like, I can't believe they tried to kill me. When you look at the situation after both of you are out of panic mode, you can go, oh, you know what? They were just drowning, and they had no intention to try to hurt me or drown me. They were just out of their minds panicking. And that is what really anyone's actions are when it's not of unconditional love. They're out of fear somehow. And it can look like control. It can look like abuse. It can look like so many things. But at the core of it, it's because they were fearing losing love or not feeling worthy in some way that was triggering their actions. And so you're able to go back, and these beautiful butterflies help, transform those memories. And then because your memories transform, your belief about others changes, but your belief about yourself changes in that process too. And then you have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is all about your, it's fire. So it's your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, and your spiritual energy. And the Nine of Wands is about kind of like persevering and not giving up. I mean, you have all this energy that you've been carrying with you, and and that's kind of reminding me of memories too. You have all this energy you've invested in your life, and you're ready to move on to the next step. Because 9, of course, after that comes 10. And that's where you have the endings and new beginnings. You're so close in this journey that you've been going on. And I love this encouragement too, because this is talking about this journey that you've been on for a while. In this next year of 2022 is when it's going to come to a completion. And it's like, just don't give up. Just keep taking each step by step, asking for help when you need it, and not letting yourself become discouraged. Not, it might feel like things are coming apart, but this is a 46, which adds up. 4 plus 6 is 10. That's an ending and a new beginning. Just realize that you're coming to an end where all that energy invested has not been for naught. It's been for this beautiful experience, and you're ready for the next stage. You're going to be moving on to the next energetic level in your journey there. Yeah. Because you got the Magician. The Magician tells you that, and this is your eternal higher self. You can see the little infinity symbol up here. You have everything you need within you to make things happen. So you are, I was talking about magical ways, of happening. That's like everything's just going to unfold as it's designed, and you have everything you need because you have all the swords, all the pentacles, all the cups, all the swords. You have everything you need within you to bring your dreams to fulfillment. Now, your dreams may change during 2022. I really feel like this journey that you're on with this reflection of the past, with feeling like you've had troubles, investing all this energy that you've had in it, that you really feel empowered this next year, because a 1 would be a new beginning, right? So it's like all this energy you've invested, you've really transformed, and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm ready for something different. I am ready for this new level. I'm ready for this new change, ready for this, step into a different place. And I love it too. This is the 9 about encouragement and don't give up, because the next ending and new beginning is about to come, through your life in 2022. But this is also a 54. Add 5 and 4 together is 9. This is encouragement. Keep going, keep going. And then we have the 9 of discs. So you've got the 9s all popping up here. 9s also have this wonderful message about it. Because like the major arcana 9 is the Hermit, which is about the inner search, the inner discovery of the wisdom of your higher self, of the real you. And that's what this represents too. The 9 of discs is like the 9 of pentacles. She's in a beautiful, abundant garden, but it's all finding it within herself. She didn't need anything on the outside to make her feel that way. She found it on her inner journey. The only person that she has with her is this little bird right here. Actually, in this one, it's a little butterfly that she has. Usually is some sort of winged animal. And again, butterflies, right? You have, the butterfly represents spirit. It represents your connection to the upper world. So like it was talking about here, it's such an important part of your journey to connect to the divine, connect to your creator, connect whatever your beliefs are, and those beings of unconditional love and light. Have this beautiful relationship with them next year, because they're the ones that are going to help just bring you into beautiful, beautiful places because of that. And then you have the moon. Okay, so if there was any doubt, the moon too is all about connecting to the upper realms. Like the high priestess, she will go to her little temple and take time away to be able to connect to the moon. And the moon is about the unknown, diving into our subconscious, our unconscious, to the spiritual world, because there's so much hidden, in this sea of beautiful, this one looks like the universe, right? But there's so much that they want to show you, so much they want to bring into your life if we'll ask, if we'll get quiet and get still and intentionally raise our vibration to the vibration that they speak at, which is unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. If we're all involved in the chaos of the world, that's very noisy and it's very hard for us to hear those whispers of love from above. But if we purposely take time away from all the chaos, raise our vibration intentionally to that unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, we can hear clearly their instruction and their advice, right? And then we're also going to pull at least one card here from the Art of Manifestation Oracle. We'll see what pops out for you. All right, what else for our Cancer sign stars, please? Okay. Any others? Okay. Okay, just those two. And your first one is Take a Leap, number 52. And it says this card is an invitation to take a leap of faith, which is trust. Sometimes, even when we desperately desire change, we procrastinate and find all kinds of reasons as to why we should stay as we are. It is completely understandable to be anxious when stepping into the unknown. This card is calling you to trust and make that move. So yeah, definitely trusting your connection to the upper realm is what is going to be important for this journey. Let me just move this over here. And you have ground yourself. You're grounded. And it says this card is a request for you to literally ground yourself. Go outdoors, take off your shoes, and find somewhere where it's safe to stand barefoot. Imagine roots growing out of your feet, traveling down into the soil beneath you, anchoring you with the nurturing energy of earth. So yeah, definitely when I was talking about getting away from the chaos, getting out into nature is a beautiful way. So try to get out into nature as much as possible next year. Get away from all that chaos, get away from all that noise will help you connect. And as you do this, and this kind of reminds me of the Fool card a little bit too, because they're leaping off into a new adventure. And so there is this, like I talked about, this ending and new beginning that is coming for you this next year. But really, you won't feel so afraid to take the leap the more stronger connection you have with the upper world, with those beautiful beings of unconditional love and light, because they're going to give you so many signs, so many synchronicities when you ask for assistance that you won't feel like you're taking a risk and you'll be willing to take the leap. So I love that for you. And again, this is just a little sneak peek into 2022. It's not at all a full picture of what's going to be happening. And if you want to be kept in the loop of any of the new messages that I put out throughout the year, I do like monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly readings of the energy update by the elements like fire signs, water signs. I do new moon, full moon readings, and a variety of others too. So as I mentioned in the intro, if you want to get notified immediately when those become available, just click the subscribe button and then the little notification bell, and you can set that setting. Also, if you want to be a part of sharing these messages with everyone else, if you want to give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, that does help the YouTube algorithm to share the videos with other people. So never any pressure to do so, but if you'd like to do that, I greatly appreciate it. All right, my dears, just know that as you step through each and every second and day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing 2022, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. So until then, you take care. All right, all my Cancer signs, if you chose reading number 2, which is the Sparkler, then this is the reading for you. We're going to start your little sneak peek by pulling a card here from the Enchanted Map Oracle and just see what the creator wants you to know about this new 2022. All right, so for our little sparkling Cancer signs. Okay, there we go. Let's, okay. You get 2, and they came flying, literally flying out, because you got flying. This is card number 20, which when you add the 2 and the 0 together is 2, which is all about the 2 of you in 2022. And then you also have the Magical Map Shifter, card number 52. So a couple 2s in there, and let's take a look and see what messages come to you for these. Oh, opened right up to flying. So we'll do that one first. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. This year you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hope for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. So spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Love it. So definitely no obstacles. You're like you're flying above any obstacles because you're seeing things from a different perspective. Not so much fear. You're really seeing things from this beautiful higher place of unconditional love. And like we talked about, you're really connecting to your higher self. This is Spirit orchestrates everyone's destiny. When the Magical Map Shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be aware and awake, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. So the Magical Map Shifter always initiates you into awareness of the true version of yourself. So this is beautiful because this is both about seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing your conditions and your life, but seeing you and yourself from a different perspective as well, which is totally what 2022 is about. We're also going to pull a card here from True Heart Intuitive Tarot. Just see what other sneak peek, or what about this little journey here the creator wants you to know. All right, so what else for our sparkles? My goodness. We definitely have the cards flying out. And what else? Okay, these 2. So let's dig in here. We've got the Lovers card. And this is excellent because what this brings for you is that you have emotional choices that you will make in 2022. But the Lovers also has this indication that you're going to have this passion in your life that comes in where you're willing to break the old ways of doing things. This card is number 6 in the Major Arcana. And then the 4 is the Emperor, the 5 is the Hierophant or spiritual leader. And both of them have a beautiful loving side to them. When there's a loving emperor or a loving spiritual leader, everything they're doing is for the group, for everyone to be successful, to spread love to the world and all that. But the controlling human side that kicks in when they go into fight or flight or feeling unsafe, they become dictators. They become oppressive. They create rules that are to keep them in control, to get them more control, to take control away from others. And you can kind of think of it as, that's our childhood. As we're growing up, we have all these no, yes, praise and punishment, all this stuff happening. And until we become like teenagers, we don't want to risk losing the praise. We don't want to risk punishment usually. But at some point, we have this passion that rises up in us as teenagers. Either we have a crush on someone, or we really enjoy a music group, or we want to go play a game or a movie or something that we're told no, but our passion for it outweighs our fear of punishment. And so we're willing to take risks for it, whether it's, sneaking out outside of our curfew to go and see someone anyway, even though, we were told no, or like, you can't go to that movie, and like, well, can I at least go stay at my friend's house? And then you both sneak out to go see the movie anyway. It's that type of feel that you have this passion that comes next year where you're willing to, change, definitely this change agents that come, seeing things from a different perspective. You're just like, you know what? I'm not afraid anymore. I'm going to go do this thing that I've been wanting to do forever. And then you have the Princess of Cups. So cups are your emotions. Princesses are also pages in other decks. And so this is about new emotion that you're going to be feeling, which is exactly what we were talking about here. So this new level of passion, this new level of emotion coming in. But pages also, or princesses, were also delivers of messages, like the hear ye, hear ye. And so this is also emotional messages that are going to be coming in. And this can be of no surprise to you, Cancer signs. You are water signs. You're used to feeling emotions. You're used to getting emotional messages pop in, where your mind may take time to catch up to what the emotional message is, but you feel it and you get it even before your brain really figures it out. So next year is really going to be a year where you're tuning in to your emotional messages that you're getting. And so trust your gut, trust your intuition next year. And then you have Temperance, which more cups. You're balancing the emotions of the lower realm with the higher realm. It's very much the work of an alchemist. You're taking your experiences of your human self and you're bringing in this awareness, this higher level perspective, because that's what's pouring in. This is your higher level, your spiritual perspective, pouring into your physical world perspective. And I love because they have 1 foot on land, 1 foot on water. So this impacts your physical world and your mind, and this impacts your emotional world and your spirit. So it does impact every area of your life. And you can look at it as, because this is very similar to the star card, which is the Aquarian card. And with the water bearers and what they're bringing here is the chalice, which is full, which is also what this Princess of Cups, by the way, is bringing in. She has it in her hand. It's the chalice, it's the Holy Grail, and it's full of the living waters, the unconditional love essence of our Creator. And so that is what is bringing and coming in here. Is this new level of love has so much to do with connecting to the unconditional love of our unseen world, of the spiritual being that we truly are. And that's what's going to be just flooding in, and it brings such balance into your life. I know the life of a Cancer sign is very ebb and flow with all the emotion that you feel. You get tsunamis of emotion that have come in and out of your life. So you're used to this turbulence, but this Temperance is coming in. It's bringing in this beautiful balance where it's like feeling a serene pond instead of in the trickling of the waterfall, instead of, coming in instead. So it is going to be a very emotionally transformative year for you. Yep. But boom, the sun. So the sun that was up here, you have the sun full bloom. This is just feeling the warmth, feeling the vulnerability, feeling the beautiful sun on you, feeling free, feeling victorious. It's like There's no more dark night. You have this beautiful, beautiful, bright sunlight, and you are this beautiful, beautiful sun to so many because of everything that you're doing here and seeing life in a completely different way. You are just in this beautiful, beautiful place in your life. By the end of next year, if not early on, I kind of feel like the first quarter of this year into like the second quarter is the huge transformational, bump, the little movement that happens. It's like you take your wings and you fly very early on to where by the end of it, you are just literally glowing with this inner love. Yeah, and get the Two of Wands. So Wands is fire energy. It is the ambition, the drive, the aha inspiration, and your spiritual energy. And with this Two of Wands, there's two things. One is that, again, with this number 2, it's about understanding the power of wherever you're focusing on is what grows. Wherever you're focused, wherever you're looking, that is what's expanding. So if you're looking at the darkness of life, that expands. If you're looking at the sun and all the brightness and all that love and of life, then that expands. And so you hold that power there. But with all this new inspiration, with all this glowiness and all this beautiful energy that's coming in, you have a choice on what you're going to do with it. And so it's like this, the Ace of Wands is this aha inspiration that comes, and you're able to, okay, what am I going to do with it? And this is about making plans on how you want to change your world, literally change your world there. So there's going to be a year of planning. And so it's not going to feel so out of control as before, especially with this temperance involved there. You're going to be in this nice, calm, peaceful place where you can silently decide what you want to do with all this. And then you start making the little lists, making this, 1,000-step plan, and start taking steps. But there's not like this urgency. It's like this beautiful flow that I'm feeling here. I mean, I really feel like it's like this, just you're gliding. You're not like, not like a hummingbird. You're more of like just a beautiful, large-winged creature that's, just gliding with the wind currents that are happening. And so there's not like this activity happening. It's a very calm and serene feel for you next year. We're also going to pull some cards here, at least one from the Art of Manifestation, and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about this. Beautiful, beautiful little sneak peek. All right, what else for our Cancer sign sparklers? Okay. Nope. Yep. Yeah, like sparkler, right? Like a giant sun. And I feel like you get 3. So beautiful, beautiful. Let's see what we have here. Yep, choices and decisions, which is all we were talking about just now with this Two of Wands. The choices that we make today are defining the shape of our tomorrow. And so it's hardly surprising that we sometimes worry about making the right decisions. Do not shroud your mind in the fog of uncertainty. Just as you have choices today, you also have choices tomorrow and the day after and the day after. Be assured you can always change course again. Yeah. So this is great for this card here because it's like, yeah, don't worry. It's not like it's going to be this in stone plans. You can always adjust later, but it's about making those plans and doing that throughout 2022. Yep, and you have Stand Your Ground. And that says this card brings a clear message, whether in pragmatic action or in holding firm to your own principles and to your own opinions. Whatever your situation, do not give way. It's not a time to back down. The time is right to hold your own and stand your ground. So definitely, this is about you making the choices that you want for you and not being influenced so much by the outside world and all that chaotic stuff going on. This is very much an internal journey for you next year, especially with this invitation to connect to your higher realms, to connect to your posse, because they will guide you. They're your support team. They will be with you all along the way. Yeah, and then outcome. It says this card asks you not to be too attached to a specific outcome. In any new situation, the possibilities are open-ended. Anything might happen. Try not to prescribe a fixed outcome within your mind, as this may limit your availability to access the infinite scope of possibilities sent to guide you in the possible direction. And again, there's a giant sun. So there is victory, and let the how and the when go. You get to decide the what that you want. This passion that you have within you, this new passion that ignites as you connect to your higher self, and you're like, I know I'm not taking on the dreams that everyone else told me was supposed to be, right? Supposed to be my dream. I am finding the dream that is truly mine, and I'm going to at first silently plan and then make specific plans, and then you start to take actions. And this is beautiful, 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 because you no longer will wake up in the morning feeling like you're like, I gotta go do all this stuff, and you don't have any passion for it, you don't have any desire for it, because it's not your dream. This is all about finding your dream, where you wake up in the morning and you're like, I can't wait, I'm gonna do this and this and this today, and you go, because you're so excited about sharing this beautiful love that's within your heart with the world in your own unique way. Your own unique way. Stand your ground. Be your authentic self. Don't worry about what anyone else is going to think, because everyone else is just trying to live their own dream too. But a lot of people are living the supposed to dreams instead of their real dream within. But that's part of your glowingness, because as you really connect to this passion, really start to take action on it, you truly are going to be an inspiration to others. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you've done that. I want to do that too. I want to live this part of my dream. And you're going to be able to encourage them because you have lived it. So I love this for you. And again, this is just a small little sneak peek of what your 2022 holds. If you do want to get notified of any of the other readings that I put out throughout this next year, I do monthly readings for each zodiac sign. I do weekly readings of each of the elements, like fire signs, water signs. I do new moon readings, full moon readings, and a variety of others. So as I mentioned in the intro, if you click the subscribe button down below and then the notification bell, then that'll just allow you to be notified, and select that to be notified immediately when those become available. And if you enjoy these videos and want to help spread the messages of love from above, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking that like button, that just helps the YouTube algorithm share this as a suggested or recommended video to others. So if you want to do that, I greatly appreciate it. There's never any pressure, of course, to do so. All right, my dears, just know as you're going throughout each and every moment of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing 2022, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care. All right, all my Cancer signs, if you chose reading number 3, which is the fire rocket, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off your sneak peek by pulling a card here from the Enchanted Map Oracle. Just see what the creator wants you to know overall for 2022 at this point. All right, so for our little rocket Cancer signs, actually, I want these two right here for you. So you have Solitude, number 13. Don't worry, you're not going to be admitted somewhere. And you've got Goblins, number 5. And this makes total sense here. So this isn't about, like you're going into hermit mode where you're totally up on a mountaintop away from everyone. But this is about taking time for you this year. And this has to do with this goblins here as well. I'm going to read both of these. So this solitude is, I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. Meditation is required when you receive the solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period of conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take focus off your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much-needed rest and time out. And that's kind of like your whole message for 2022 is making sure you're taking time to rest, stepping away from your chaotic life whenever that happens, that you don't have to be 24/7 in social media, in the news, in everyone else's lives and what's going on with them, trying to solve them, trying to help them. You know, you are a Cancer sign. You are ruled by beautiful, nurturing Mother Moon here in this picture. And you do want to mother others, whether you're male or female or how you identify. You want to nurture and help people, and it's your nature. But this year is about giving yourself that self-nurturing, being your own mother for this year. And that's because the Goblin card popped up here too, which the Goblin is about the darkness that you felt you've had in your life. Because it says, fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. Because from that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, that you're victimized or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. So if goblins here pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. The Goblins card appearance here is an opportunity for growth over this next year. However, and it's also a signal that you must love yourself. No human, our human side is without flaws. The Goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. So ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. So that's what this solitude and taking time out is for, is to really look into the negative self-talk and those voices in your head that are of other people, but definitely of your own as well, that are judging you and making you feel low and telling you that you're not worthy, and all those painful memories that they regurgitate and continue to keep your energy focused on. This is the time to heal that. This is the time to really change, like bring this bright light into this dark forest, to where the goblins get to be seen for what they really are, which are little helpers with little fake masks on, bringing you messages that are for you to help you realize who you really are, right? We're also going to pull some cards here from the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. Let's just see what else the Creator wants you to know about this little solitude goblin counseling session. But the 5 here is very transformative, so it is perfect for this point in your life. Creator, what else for our little fire rocket Cancer signs here? So they want that one and they want that one. What else? Okay, those two and that And these two. Okay. So you've got those two. Okay, and then these two. And then these two. Okay. I get you. So let's look at this one first. So you have the 5 of discs, which is the 5 of pentacles and others. And this is normally you'll see someone sitting either like by themselves, feeling down, feeling like lost and abandoned, or the standard tarot, you see a couple people walking, one with a crutch and one doesn't have shoes, and they are in the snow and they feel abandoned, and you'll see like a stained glass window behind them, which represents spirit, which has the 5 pentacles on it. And this is, the 5s again are all about this transformation in belief, this movement of belief. And it starts off, like we were talking about, with this feeling low about the self-worth, right? As it mentioned in this goblin card, which is also number 5, right? And it's this feeling that you've been abandoned by the outside world, either it be family or friends or job or a country or whatever it might be. You felt abandoned and left scraping for your worth, and you feel worth less in your life because of those experiences. But the transformation that happens with the solitude and with talking to these goblins is that you realize that your abundance and your needs don't come from the outside and from man. It comes from the inside, from the creator of all things. And even our earthly needs, our outside needs, those come to us from the creator, who is limitless and is full of abundance. The humans on the outside are just the shipping company. They're just the third party company. And so this worth starts to show itself because you start looking inside and start recognizing that this creator who unconditionally loves you, meaning no condition that you have to do to meet it, nothing you can do to lose it, is the source of everything for you. And then your whole image of your worth transforms because you realize you have everything you need right inside of you because you have that unconditional love there. And you can trust that stable, eternal love that's inside of you. And then you start seeing things come from the outside world. You start being able to have things offered to you, right? So that is foundational here because this really mentions worth in such a strong way. And then you have the Queen of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And so this definitely is going to be a time of looking at your beliefs, of course, especially around worth. But she yields this Ace of Swords here, which allows you to connect and see the capital T truths. One of the truths being, again, that you are unconditionally loved, not conditionally loved by the Creator. She also, this Ace of Swords, allows you to cut away at those small T truths, all those beliefs about yourself, about your worth and about what things are supposed to mean and should mean and need to mean and have to mean. All those goblin truths that they've whispered to you for so long, this is your empowerment. And you got all those beautiful butterflies that are flying around you, which help you transform those beliefs into something much more powerful. Now, the Queen of Swords is very much air element energy, but all the queens also bring in an element of water, which is the element of emotion. And so it's this balance between emotion and logic. And I know you are a water sign, so you can easily dive into the emotions and make emotional decisions. But this is about bringing in some air, the element of air. So bringing in some of those really capital T truths that are so foundational for you that you can help balance your emotional state. your emotional decisions that you make. It's about bringing in some less unemotional things too throughout this next year. And then you have the Queen of Discs. So the Queen of Pentacles. She's Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, a lot like the Empress. So she is about abundance. And you see the little rabbits, about new birth, new things coming in, new abundance, new feelings of abundance. Earth energy, very grounding. And like we mentioned, water energy. So this is helping balance and ground you as well. Especially this belief about who you are and your worth as you're going through that. That's funny. Yeah, because you have the Five of Discs and the Queen of Discs. You have the Queen of Swords and the Five of Swords. So very much this transformational year. Again, this is about transforming your thoughts and your beliefs. There is this underlying message that comes with this card too, because you can kind of see, like, pluck the swords and beliefs out of your own eye before you try to pluck it out of others, because you might have been very good at battling with your small t truths of your goblins. It's like, my small t truths are more truer than your small t truths, and then the battle ensues. But a lot of times you'll see like someone standing with a sword in their hands, the other four swords are on the ground, people are walking away because you won the battle, but you lost the friendships. And this transformation of these beliefs about your worth is really so evident here. I mean, you got the five, and the queens that are bringing in this beautiful balance and understanding. This Ace of Swords is cutting away these small t truths that are no longer serving you. These old beliefs that allowed you to have the journey through the dark forest. You're ready to come out into the sunlight. You're ready to come out in this new place, this new attitude about your life, this new emotion about your life, this new place in your life. It's a lot of year of change that's happening for you, but you're doing a lot of it internal in the beginning of the year, and towards the end of the year, kind of feeling like, and this is a general reading, but for majority of you, it's like the middle to end of the third quarter, you're ready to start having that flow to the outside, and you're starting to make physical change in the outside world, in relationships, in jobs and education, in where you live, your body, your possessions, your bank accounts. Okay, yeah. Empress, like I talked about, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. It's definitely about taking care of you this year. In case I didn't reiterate it, I talked about this is time for you to be your mother. And these two definitely are telling you about spend as much time as you can out in nature, getting away from all the noise and all of that. But this is definitely about new birth, nurturing yourself. It just keeps on repeating, nurture yourself, nurture yourself, nurture yourself. Be your own mother, be your own mother. And here you go. So here's the Hermit. So, yep, definitely reiterating, it's time for you to connect to your higher self. This beautiful bright light in here, and here's your beautiful moon sign, is about turning inward and connecting to the higher realms, connecting to those capital T truths in that inner world. It's time for you. It's definitely time for you, and for you taking time for you. We're also going to pull some cards here, at least one from this Art of Manifestation, and just see what else. What's the final messages for your sneak peek for 2022? All right, what else do you want for our little Cancer sign? Fire rockets. Okay. Yep, you've got take a risk. So step out of your comfort zone. feeling safe and secure is a wonderful experience, but if we remain in our safe zone for fear of change, we create a limiting and restrictive environment that can ultimately lead to stagnation and the loss of our creative potential to manifest our greatest contribution in the world. Let go of fear and take a risk. And I really feel for you that risk is taking time for you. Like you fear that if you tell people no, and that I need time for me, or I need this for me, that you have feared that people will just judge you like crazy and abandon you and walk away. But you have given so much to so many people that they are going to support you. And granted, you might have one or two of that whole litter that's been suckling on you forever that get mad because you're not giving me what I want. And that's okay. If they leave your life, that is for you. And that is a huge message for you, because those that truly love you and are truly your friends and truly your family, they will buck up, and they've been dying to help you or to allow you to take time for you. And so just know that it's not really a risk at all. You are safe now. It says it is safe to relax. You've been through a major ordeal and you've been amazing. You've handled it all, but as a consequence, you've learned to live on high alert. This needs to change. Your mind needs peace and your body needs to relax and repair. This card brings a message. You are safe now. It's okay to relax. So perfect. Definitely self-care message. And then let go gracefully. That one says something in your life is calling for you to let it go. Let it go, let it go. Let go gracefully. Whatever has taken place in the past, it is time to move forwards, and letting go will make way for the new. Whether this is a person, a situation, an outdated thought, or behavior pattern, this card comes to assure you that new horizons are waiting for you. And I really feel like this pattern it's talking about is this over nurturing of others. It's time for you to realize that the greatest gift that you can give the world is a healthy, full you, because you become this chalice, this cup. You allow that unconditional love energy to come down, fill you up, and then everyone else gets the overflow. You're not a barrel where people are all plugged in, sucking your life energy out of you, where you feel exhausted and empty all the time. You get to disconnect all those little straws that are connected in, plug all those up, and you get to be full. And then everyone else gets that overflow. And trust me, they will love the taste of the overflow, because that's the living waters. That's so delicious and sweet. The other water that they've been sucking out of the barrel of your life force has felt bitter and sour because it's full of so many expectations and it's so much darker. I mean, that is the goblin. It's like the goblin pool in the middle of the dark forest. It's like, I don't know if I want to drink from that, but you are filling up with this new, beautiful, self-love, unconditional love energy from the spirit world. And then when that overflows, everyone is going to love it. It'll be worth the wait. And like I said, those that walk away are walking away for you, and they're showing you who they really were in your life, right? So beautiful journey. And again, this is just a small little piece of your little sneak peek of 2022. So if you want to be notified whenever I put out new readings throughout the year, because I do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates by each of the elements like fire signs, water signs, etc., new moon, full moon readings, and a variety of others. So as I mentioned in the intro, if you don't want to miss out on those, just if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. That'll make that notification bell pop up, and just click on it, and that'll allow you to select to be notified immediately. Also, if you are enjoying these readings and you'd like to help share the love and the messages with others, if you want to give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, that just helps the YouTube algorithm share these videos with others, like making a recommended video, etc. So if you want to do that, I greatly appreciate it. Never any pressure to do so, of course. All right, my dears. Just know as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing 2022, but I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.